Hey, this is Mr. Elmhorst with the help video for the Cambium online, the Texas STAAR assessment. So we're just going to click on it, go to sign in as a guest, select sixth grade. And for this one, we're going to do the new item types. So it's a new input, and there's 20 questions here, and then scroll down. And just going to leave all that stuff turned off and go ahead and begin. So this one, the new item type is you're going to have to type an equation in there. It says write an equation that can be used. So 4 times x, and then the total is 48. So you're just going to click here, 4x equals 48. So this one, it's asking for the volume of the rectangular prism. So you're going to multiply the length and the width to find the base area. So that's going to be the capital B, and then you multiply that by the height. Now, the input is not going to be fraction. The input's going to be decimal value. So do our quick conversions here. $3.50 is 3.5. $5.25 is going to be 5.25. So you're going to end up multiplying those three numbers. 3.5 times 3 is going to give you 10. Move your decimal over, 10.5. So we got 10.5 times 5.25 for the total volume. Yeah, multiply that out. Once you get it, it is going to be 55 and an eighth, or 55.125. So we have the percent of the total. We can change that to a decimal, 0.72, or you can multiply these two and then divide by 100. So we got 250 times decimal 72, which is the same as dividing by 100. 72% divided by 100 gives you the decimal value. So once you multiply this all out, you're going to end up with 180. So 2 times 0, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. We're done multiplying the 2's spot. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. And then 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So you add this all up, 0, 0, 0, 1. And we move it over 1, 2 decimal place values, 1, 2. So we got 180. Add all your numbers. It says find the mean. So you're going to add your data and then divide by how many numbers you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we add all these up, we get 129, and it's going to be 129 divided by 5. That ends up being 25.8. So this one you need to create a histogram down below. So the histogram is looking at the frequency category in the data set and seeing how many times these happen. So it's asking about 800s. So 800s, there's 3 of them. And then we have 900s, and there's 5 of them. And then there's thousands. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. And then there's 1100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. And then 1, 2, 3 for the 1200s. Okay, so we got 3, 5, 8, 6, 3. So you go down below and you're just going to create that. So there's 3, and then 5 of the 900s, 8, of the thousands, 6 of the 1100s, and then 3. This one you don't have to count them. They are given already. There's 18 in their 10 to 19, 16, and then 9 for the frequency categories. 18, 16, 9. Go down below 18, follow it over 16, and then we have 9, slide it over, make sure we got it right between 9 and 10. So, or 8 and 10. 18, 16, 9. Going to follow the directions. It says go down 5 units from the point and then left. Down and left. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then left 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then left 2. And you just plot the point right there. What's the location of the next one? We have x is -2 and y is 0. So we go x to -2, and then y means 0, then stop. 0 means stop, you don't go anywhere. So we're just going to put the point right there. You're just going to go -2 and then stop. Going to solve this inequality. 6x is less than 42. So 6 is multiplying x. So we're going to divide both sides by 6. And then write our solution. X is less than 42 divided by 6, which is 7. So we're going to graph this. So this inequality symbol with the variable on the left means we're going to the left, and there's no line down below. So we're going to put a circle at 7, but there's no line, so it's not shaded or not included. Okay, so we are going to click on this one right here, less than, and then we're going to go over to 7. So it's any number that is on the number line that is less than 7 but not included to 7. Same thing, we're going to divide 5 times x, divide both sides by 5. So x is greater than or equal to 15 divided by 5 is going to be 3. We're going to be going to the right, and this line means it's going to be shaded. Going to the right and shaded, and we slide it over here to 3. So the range of the data is where the highest and lowest data points are. It's not where the number line starts. It's not that. It's where the data starts. So it's 20 minus 16, which is 4. And then the median, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, middle. The median is 17. So the range is 4. The median is 17. This is an additive relationship, x plus 6. And x plus 6 means 6 more. Got 54 right here, and then we need 4 out of 5. Well, if we count these up, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is out of 10, 4 out of 5. If we double these, that means this point, 4/5, is going to be here at 8 out of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 8 out of 10 or 4 out of 5. We look at our percent graph down below. Well, before we change our survey into percents, we need to see how many we have. So the percents, we need 100. So we add all these up, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we add all these up and then we get 50. So if we multiply each one of these by 2, then we are going to get our percents. So 50 times 2 is 100. Now we got our percent. So 8th grade is going to be 10. 7th grade is going to be 20. 6th grade is going to be 40%. And 5th grade is 15 times 2 is going to be 30%. So 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. So 30, 40, 20, 10. That's what it should be. 30, 40, 20, 10. So we should have 30, 40, 20, 10 for the grades. Well, this one is 30. That's good. And then here is 10%. That's good. But these are not represented correctly. It should be 40 and 20, which they're not. So this one and this one are correct. Starting at 3, and then we go negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 and negative 5, and then down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's negative 5, and then we have plus 2. So we got 3 and 5 negatives. 3 and 5 negatives. I'm going to drag this here. 3 plus negative 5, and then we have negative 5 plus 2. So we have to go down a little bit to drag it. There we go. And so we're starting with $77. We're going to add the deposits and then subtract the withdrawals. So 77 plus 35, 77 plus 30 is 100, 7 and 5 is 12, so it looks like we have 112. Then we need to subtract 28, 50, that's going to borrow $1 there, so that's going to be 75, and 112. 100 minus 20 is 80, and it's a little bit over that, so it looks like it's going to be 83.75. So we add our deposit and then subtract our withdrawal, and we're going to end up with 112.25. Credit cards is on the credit report. Loans are on the credit report. Checking is not credit. Checking is not on the credit report. Prime numbers only. Prime numbers are going to be 2, 3, 5, 7, or 11. 4 is not prime. 15 is not prime. 20 is not prime. 3 is. 2, 3, 5 are all going to be prime numbers. Okay, for question 19, it's asking about go down below. It looks like they're talking about percents. So we come up here to figure out what percent of the cereal we have. Can I add up all the students in the survey? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50 is not out of 100, but if you multiply it by 2, that will give us the percents. Okay, so that's 30% for the oatmeal, 20% grits, 4% for the wheat, 40% for cold cereal, and then the last one is 6%. So the most popular is cold cereal, and the least popular is wheat porridge. Okay, so scroll down here a little bit. It says less than 2% chose wheat porridge. No, that's not true. It was 4%. Less than 5% chose other. That's not true. That was 6%. Cold cereal is the mode or the most popular. Cold cereal was 40. Mode is the most popular. That is true. And then the last one down below, grits, was 20%. If we go back up to the top, times 2, grits was 20%. So that is also true. And then here's the last question for the STAAR review new item types. So we're going to go through order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and the last thing you do is add or subtract by itself. Parentheses, 3 plus 5 is 8. And then exponents, this is 9 times 9, which is 81. Okay, so here we got 4 times 8, which is there, and then 3 times 81. That is correct. So we got 81 times 3, which is 243. And then we have 4 times 8, which is 32. This is 32. That's 243. We have two options, two expressions that would be equivalent. We go click next. That's it. End test. Everything has been answered. Submit your test. Then you can scroll down and see if you missed any of the questions. 1 out of 1, this 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1, 2 out of 2. So these are all the points that are awarded. Make sure you got everything correct. If you missed any points, you can go back and try it again.